You don't want to hear this, but Bitcoin is about to crash by 55% towards $44,000. How's the price action gonna look like on higher, medium and lower time frame? I will reveal that to you in this video. Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Samo from My Crypto Paradise, and right now you are looking at Bitcoin on ultra high time frame chart. I will not spend too much of a time on this because in the previous video 2 days ago I've went into an extreme detail. You understand the similarities between the current impulse that happened since $19,500 and we have called it, shout out to Paradise Family VIPs, and the one that happened in 2021 followed by a crash. So in this video, because it seems the ending diagonal that we are forming right here is being finished and we are about to start the A wave of our ABC zigzag pattern that will take us towards $44,000. The A wave and C wave of a zigzag pattern is being made by a motive mode because both of these waves are actionary, and the B wave is going to be formed in a corrective mode because it's a reactionary wave, because it's reacting to the opposite direction of the main trend, right? So let's analyze the A wave. So for that, let's zoom in to higher time frame chart, and you know this view pretty well because I have been breaking down this ending diagonal pattern for you in multiple previous videos. Since 2025 we basically predicted all the movements, and right now if I zoom in a little bit closer right here, it seems like the fifth wave is already finished. As you know, we have expected that to be truncated. I told you there is a low probability that it will exceed this previous high where we have sold our long positions, but if the count is correct, it seems like it didn't even reach the previous high and finished right here at $106,000. As I go to a lower and lower time frame, you will understand the price action better, and I show with you the previous video where we have been actually expecting this, as you remember. So right now it's important to understand that we are starting probably a new impulse in an opposite direction. So basically this A wave on ultra high time frame chart is being made in a motive mode, right? And most likely it is going to be in a form of an impulse, sometimes also leading diagonal, right? But most of the times the A wave of a zigzag is being created by an impulse. So let's analyze it. So right now, if this really was the end of the fifth wave in our ending diagonal, you will understand the ABC corrective pattern have been formed on the lower time frames. But right now let's understand that if it's in an impulse mode, the most likely price action is going to look like this. So with this A wave, we will actually break below this ascending trend line of the ending diagonal pattern. We will retest this support at $97,000. We will create a second corrective wave that will work as a bearish retest of this ascending trend line, and then we start an impulse, third wave, that will help us because we understand that this is the most aggressive wave to break below this huge demand zone. All right, if it's going to be in any wave, it is going to be in the third wave for sure. This third wave will with the highest probability end at around $80,000 because of this previous price action structure. We will have afterwards a fourth corrective mode, and the fifth wave, the final wave of an impulse, will with the highest probability take us towards $77,000. We have also the bearish cross right here. You already know that from the previous videos, but right now it's getting even stronger because you can see the legs are getting more apart. That means the momentum is increasing, the bears are taking over. Right now let's zoom in towards medium time frame and let's analyze this first wave of an impulse. So on a 4-hour time frame, we can see first of all the previous impulse. 2 days ago I told you this resistance is pretty strong, and with the highest probability the fifth wave is going to be truncated. So this was the first wave, second wave, third wave, fourth wave, and as I told you, the fifth wave is going to be truncated, and it proved us to be correct once again. And afterwards we got this beautiful crash, and right now it seems like we are starting a new impulse in an opposite direction, and that's basically the first wave of the downward impulse. And you know that this is actionary wave. That means because it's an actionary wave of an impulse, it's once again being formed in a motive mode. So right now it is sometimes leading diagonal. It's like 50-50 impulse or leading diagonal. I'm getting more on the side of an impulse, so I believe it will look like this. Yeah, we are creating the first wave, second wave, third wave will get us slightly below the $100,000. We will get a bearish retest of it, and then we will dump towards $97,000. That will work with the higher time frame prediction of retesting not only the trend line of this ending diagonal, but also this previous support that I have been analyzing for you and explaining to you why it is important in the previous videos. Yeah, so on medium time frame, what we also have is this bearish divergence. You remember that very well, the price action of Bitcoin being creating lower highs, however the indicator been making higher highs. This is a textbook example of a strong bearish divergence. You know that very well from the MCP University. So that also helped us to predict the upcoming dump, because it's just increased the probabilities for the bears. Alright then, so let's zoom in into this price action and let's take a look at ultra low time frame chart. You remember from the previous video, we will drop from here from exactly $105,700 bank, and we will create the fifth truncated wave. And as you can see, that's exactly what happened. We have went to the downside, then created a truncated fifth wave that didn't went above the previous wave, and we started the correction, right? So right now, what's important to understand is we have been counting also previously the moves correctly. It seems like we have done a great job, so good job everybody. We have been calculating the moves on ultra low time frame that confirmed for us the correct count of that ABC final zigzag on higher time frame, right? So we have basically, because we have been able to zoom in, we have done this multi-time frame analysis, we have understood early that this is the final fifth wave because it moved in a zigzag formation, and that just gives us more confidence, right, that we are on a correct count, and thanks to that we made a beautiful better trading decisions than most of the traders. So right now at the moment we understand that we are with the highest probability. If we are not able to go back above this high, we are starting the first wave, right? We already probably finished the first wave right here. I'm talking about this one, and right now, because you understand we are in the motive mode and it's taken with the highest probability a form of an impulse, we are about to start the second wave, which is being formed in corrective mode. So right now it seems like we will be retesting right here the structure, which is right here. As you can see, I will mark it by red color so you understand this is resistance, and we can check the Fibonacci retracement levels, but you can pretty clearly see that this was previously a support. After we broke it to the downside, this will be right now acting as a strong resistance, right? There was multiple touches in the previous days, right here, right here, right here. It worked very well, and it will be working as a strong resistance at the moment. So beautiful retest for the second wave, right, of an impulse. After that we will start the third wave that will be in a form of an impulse, but this second wave is actually most likely really gonna happen from these prices right here. Also, it's being confirmed by our RSI and MACD indicator. As you can see, the prices made lower low, however the oscillators, firstly RSI made higher low, and on the histogram of MACD you can see a higher low as well. That means bears are losing strength, and some lower time frame bulls can take over and create a second wave of an impulse. With the highest probability it will happen from here, right? So afterwards we are about to start the third wave that will probably finish below this previous support. I believe it can break below it at $98,000, $98,000. Then we will have the fourth wave, and the fifth wave will take us towards that $97,000, right? This is from the medium time frame spectrum. This is the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level. Huge support, I believe, on a second touch, because we have already touched it. On a second touch it will still hold, all right? So there will be a great time to have some ABC before continuation lower. And I'm basically talking from higher time frame perspective about this, right? So this is $97,000, and then we will have the second wave of an impulse on a higher time frame that will retest this ending diagonal. So that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. I will keep you updated I will keep you updated as always. Play it safe. If you are not in ParadiseTeam VIP, make sure that you have some of your own trading strategy and some of your own trading tactics. Make sure that you on your own are creating only the best trading setups, alright, with the highest probability. Don't take every trade, just select the best possible trades with the highest probabilities. Make sure your stop losses are very tight, your sell targets are possibly as high as possible, because with this kind of way where you have stop losses very tight but exit targets very high from the entry zone, that's the only way how you can actually be long-term profitable. Okay, let's very quickly also take a look at USDT dominance. We can see that right now we are creating some kind of bullish structure that also been formed similarly in 2024 in April. And you understand, when USDT dominance is looking bullish, it means that loads of money will start flowing from crypto into stable coins, and it is not really bullish for crypto overall, so it's just confirming our bearish bias on Bitcoin. Also, dollar index, you can see that we are retested just recently this support zone right here. Trump is really trying hard to keep the dollar strong. It's one of his main goals, obviously. And by looking at the trading sentiment, we can see the sentiment score went up, but Bitcoin lagged to follow. That means some retail is being excited about alt season, Bitcoin about to go to moon, etc., being hyped by social media influencers as always, right? However, the Bitcoin price is lacking to follow, so somebody is distributing this fear of missing out buying pressure, most probably. So be careful out there. Make sure that your number one priority is to survive in this market, protect your capital, and before you enter any positions, make sure that you really have a plan, because without the plan, your plan is to fail, and I want you to succeed. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Smash the like button if you have enjoyed your time right here, and I will see you again on Tuesday. Cheers.